आने वाला पल जाने वाला है हर घड़ी बदल रही है. Right, time is very precious. Okay, so in this series, okay, socially 5 minute series, we discuss topics in brief. Okay, in 5 minutes, topic one by one we complete the entire syllabus. Okay, so the first one is regarding the emergence of sociology. Okay, so just for understanding this, how we write our answers. Okay, dark ages, renaissance, enlightenment, modern, different stages in Europe. Okay, so what simply happens is that this is actually a sociological timeline means zero, the starting of human history. This is how I teach. Okay, zero, then now we have 0 to 2025. We are just plotting things on the timeline what has happened. Okay, so if you take this line, this one, the above ones, okay, the ones above the timeline, that belongs to global sociology, or the western one basically, and those below that connects to Indian sociology paper 2. Okay, so we have two papers, right? Paper 1 and paper 2. So the top above ones belong to paper 1, the below ones belong to paper 1, paper 2. Okay, in that context. So initially we have dark ages, renaissance, enlightenment, modernity. So what is dark ages? So all these things we will discuss in detail once we start lectures. So basically dark ages means Europe was in a stage, okay, then Roman war, all those things are connected. Europe was in a stage of darkness, shortage of resources and all those things. Slowly some university activities, trade, okay, then it leads to some kind of university activities, writing, literature, all those things. Then initial kind of science, okay, that leads to renaissance. Okay, renaissance or renaissance basically means revival. Okay, then because of the enlightenment, okay, because of the again the advancement in science. Okay, so initially the basic point is that as time went on, okay, as time goes on, I mean the kind of technology or the amount of technology or the extent of technology is actually increasing. That means initially if you stand here at this point, you are not able to understand. People at those times, they were not able to understand what happened in nature. They were not able to understand what is thunder, what is rainfall. Right now we are able to make artificial rains, right? And we are able to again go to space, international space station, space tourism, like that. That means as time goes on, the technology increases. Okay, our ability to control nature, to understand things that is happening. Okay, now we have earthquake resistant buildings also, right? So that is a simple thing, try to understand it like that. So dark is some kind of university activities, some kind of basic science, Galileo telescope, some kind of advancements. Okay, is sun the center of the universe, is earth the center of the universe, right? Some kind of debates. Then again technological advancement, right? So once technology starts increasing, what happens? People start to become self-reliant. Okay, they, if people, you tell them to pray before going somewhere, okay, maybe some kind of something, okay, something like this, just imagine. Okay, this is the map. Okay, and some, you have to learn drawing maps so fast. Okay, and I mean someone is going for a voyage, okay, by boat or ship or something like that. If people say them to pray, they would say, no, I'm confident. Okay, I know the route and all those things because I have that north star, compass, okay, mariners compass, things like that. Okay, so again advancements in science. Then once we start science start advancing, people tend to become self-reliant. Okay, because they know how to plan and all those things. So that's what happened. Okay, we'll get to in detail those things, the renaissance, enlightenment. So people again, individual reason, okay, liberty, equality, fraternity, again related with French Revolution, all those things. Okay, we'll deal these things. Okay, enlightenment, getting light. So this is the next stage in Europe, dark ages, renaissance. Okay, enlightenment. Okay, renaissance leading to enlightenment again. So once people get enlightened, okay, then again it includes all those things. Okay, individual reason, then become self-reliant, questioning church. Okay, then all those things. Then Europe starts to become a new society, as simply means what? Modernity. Okay, so dark ages, renaissance, enlightenment, modernity. Now when this modernity happens, what happens? Europe changes. Okay, and it becomes a new Europe, that is called modernity in context of Europe. Okay, now dark ages, renaissance, enlightenment, sociology. Okay, then what happens? We have then colonization. Okay, then if you know these things, okay, colonization, World War One, World War Two, then United Nations Organization, USSR, disintegration, COVID. Okay, in the Indian context, we have Indus Valley civilization, then Aryans, Mauryas, Guptas, okay, kingdoms like that. Then in connection with colonization, we have again, right, Great Britain here, Indian National Congress, then freedom struggle, we became independent, we became republic, right? Then post-independent planning. Okay, then liberalization, privatization, globalization, then Panchayat Raj institutions, COVID again. Okay, So this is how it happens. Okay, to tell you in regarding the basic point of then emergence. Okay, so this was what I was talking about, social changes in Europe. Now what happens is that people start to find solutions. What is happening, they want to get justifications. Okay, so quest for answers. Now what happens at this point, okay, people are becoming very kind of individualistic and become self-reliant. People again become individualistic, questioning church. Then family starts, okay, then again to connected with this thing. Okay, industrial revolution, people start moving here, okay, from villages. Okay, from people start moving to cities from villages. Right now what happens again, joint family break into nuclear family. Right, all those changes are happening in Europe. Society is changing. Okay, now social changes in issues. What kind of issues do they have? Political issues that happen, French revolution, liberty, equality, individualism, all those things, people are talking about their rights. Economic changes, industrial revolution related to the capitalism, exploitation. Technological again inventions, James Watt, right, steam engine, all those things. In advancements in science, again physics, chemistry, basic things like that. Then religion again, okay, we'll do these things in detail. Okay, then familial changes, then cultural changes, all those things, then feminist thought and all those things. Okay, now what happens, society is changing. As society is changing, people actually who the society is changing, people are facing lot of, I mean, lots of issues. Okay, now some people would say that, to keep in simple words, okay, some people who lost their privileges, who were in the dominant position, who lost their privileges, so they said that, simply understand it like that, society, as time is going, okay, okay, so time is advancing like this, and society is changing. Okay, something like this. Okay, so people said that who were in the dominant position, who started to lose their dominance, they said that it's just a temporal phenomena. Okay, once this changes over, once this industrial revolution, all this changes in Europe, some kind of vibrations in Europe, it gets over again, society will go back like this. So that means our dominant position will come back. Okay, some said that no, it won't happen, the society is changing, the technology is increasing, people are getting individualistic, feminist thought, then all those things are coming, so actually society is changing. Okay, so what happens is similar to COVID. Okay, if I just use this example with COVID in my lectures. So in COVID, what happened? Okay, when we have COVID, okay, before that, then we have, simply speaking, domination of offline coaching. Okay, though they were online, just keeping simple terms, offline coaching. Right, during the COVID, right, we have more and more connections of Wi-Fi. Then people said that, right, then after this COVID, again offline thing will come back. Okay, but now what happens is that then we had to install Wi-Fi, then online facilities, online coaching, right, because the time is changing. Then we had to move to online. Right, we had to be more and more equipped, even teachers including me, we had to be more and more equipped with online. Right, this time is changing, we have to plan accordingly. Simply understand it like that, society is changing. So those who understood that the society is changing, those who planned accordingly, for example, YouTube vloggers, right, many online teachers who equipped actually, then who got in touch with the software, online coaching. Okay, they actually use this situation, in the sense that in every crisis there is a solution, right, similar to that. So here what happened, those who are dominant position, maybe the dominant people from the church, or maybe patriarchal people. Okay, and so such people would say that no, after this change, okay, and because the people are questioning church, because they are going to science, they become self-reliant. Then people are talking against polygamy, people are talking against patriarchy, of all these things. So people from the church, again the people with patriarchal mindset, okay, basically those things. Okay, then who had that kind of who perpetuated slavery. Okay, so all these people, all of them, I mean, they were starting to, the foundation was shaking, their domination was getting lost actually. Okay, that domination, their foundation was shaking. Now what happened, they said that no, after this is just a temporal period, after that this will come back again. Some people understood that no, it is not possible, because in time there is no reverse gear, it will go like this only. So there comes a person by the name August Comte. He says that don't worry, I have a solution. Okay, so even if in the COVID time, okay, we know that everyone faced issues, even Ambani faced issues in his trade. Similar to that, in this situation also everyone was facing issues. Our person, the name I mentioned, okay, the father of the subject, that is August Comte. Okay, August, okay, okay, August Comte, he also faced issues. Okay, but he understands that everyone was facing issues, like, right, everyone were facing issue, and he was also facing this issue. But he understood that in time there is no reverse gear, we have to plan to move forward. So he says that actually time is moving forward. And what happened was that, okay, then as time is moving forward, so we have to plan accordingly. Okay, he says that okay, when looks at society, he's able to divide, he's able to understand that, then he is able to divide that society is moving forward. Okay, then we have to find solutions for this issue. Okay, and he says that when he looks at history, he is able to find, okay, till 1300 AD, then there was a domination of religion, basically theology. Okay, then from 1300 to 1800 AD, there was this domination of religion. I mean, there was a mix of religion plus science. Okay, some kind of religion, some sort of religion, some basic science. Okay, so that is metaphysics. We'll come to this in lectures, metaphysics. Then comes the next stage, positivism. Positivism basically means domination of science. So he says that society is moving forward and you have to plan accordingly. This is known as the law of three stages. Law of three stages. Okay, we'll learn in detail in our lectures. TMP, theology, metaphysics, positivism. So this domination of science will come, and the new society, it's according, you have to plan accordingly. So he says that to understand these issues, okay, then whatever happened in the society, the existing disciplines could not explain this. Okay, the existing disciplines could not explain what was happening. And so he says that yes, we need, for example, politics talks about state, okay, in conventional terms. Okay, economics, economic changes, production and all. So we need to talk about cost for answers, what is happening in the society. We need to have a subject which talks about society, and that's how we gets into the concept, okay, how to develop sociology. Okay, and what sociology, again intellectual context at that time, again scientific context also played a role. So that is why sociology, okay, logy, that word similar to science, cardiology, zoology, sociology, that word comes into play. So we'll discuss in detail one in our lectures. Okay, so this is just about the emergence of sociology, what happened in 5 minutes. Okay, thank you.